Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Language Culture and Dr. Lou, where every day is a good day to learn a new weird word. And so, of course, today I have two new weird words for you. And the weird words of the day are noob and octothorpe. And it's funny, when I think of noob, that's kind of a fun word to say, noob, but the spelling doesn't really make it very obvious what it means, just what it sounds like. And Octothorpe, um, that word I kind of funny because it turns out it's a word for something that I already know two other words for, and I bet you do too. And also, it begins with octo, so it makes me wonder what the heck it has to do with the number eight. But anyway, we'll get into that. So first, noob. Again, noob, kind of a fun way, a fun word to say, and doesn't tell you a lot about what it means, just how it sounds. Noob, which tells me it's phonic spelling, spelling words out to represent the way they sound instead of the morphology, the uh, little pieces that built them up and what they mean. And it's also, I want to add it into my vocabulary because it's a little more recent, a more current way to say something. I've been using a slightly longer version of this word to say. So, what is noob? A noob, it's a noun describing a person. A noob, if you look at how it can be spelled, Noob, okay, phonic spelling, sort of the way we spell things when posting or chatting online. And then right below that, Newb, noob, that tells us a little closer to what it means. And it turns out it's just a newer, even shorter version, a newer, even shorter way to say the word newbie, right? So a newbie, same thing as a noob. And so this is just someone who is inexperienced. They are green. They really might be very confused about what's going on, have a lot of questions because they're new to it all. And so that's a newbie. So that's the thing about this weird word noob, can also be spelled noob, N-E-W-B, and that gets us a little closer to what a lot of us older folks are still saying newbie instead of noob, which is, of course, the new way to say pretty much the same thing. And often that's exactly how languages evolve. And so I'm going to maybe try to update my vocabulary by using noob a little more so as not to date myself by saying newbie every single time for that. And if I'm posting online, maybe I'll even use the new spelling Noob so I don't seem so old. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the first weird word of the day, noob. And now we have ectothorpe. Again, this word makes me wonder what the heck it has to do with the number eight, because everything that starts with oct or octo ends up having to do something with the number eight, like Octothorpe must have something to do with number eight, the way that octopus has something to do with the number eight, because octopus has eight legs, and even October has something to do with the number eight, because did you know that October was the eighth month of the year? Before we added in July and August, new months, 7 and 8 of the year, which bumped October all the way back to number 10, where it is now. So, what does Octothorpe have to do with the number eight, and what is an Octothorpe? I bet you already know at least one, possibly two ways to say this. Um, Other words to describe exactly this, and I will show you. There we go. That's an octothorpe, also known as hashtag or a pound sign, right? The pound sign on your telephone, that's an octothorpe. Or the hashtag, like I have in the middle picture here, hashtag octothorpe, hashtag pound sign. It's all the same thing, right? And you probably also recognize it. It looks exactly like a tic-tac-toe board, right? We have those slots. And what does it have to do with the number 8? I showed that in the top left image here, where if you count the different spaces being divided around the outside, you get 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess we don't count the space in the very middle, the middle square on tic-tac-toe. That one doesn't get counted, and so that's how we end up with num the number 8, just counting the uh, divisions, the divided spaces around the outside of it. That's all it has to do with. But simply put, an octothorpe, it's just a hashtag, which before being known as hashtag, it was known as the pound sign. And guess what? It's been an octothorpe every bit as long as it has been a pound sign, if not even longer. Uh, it's just a slightly older way of saying hashtag, right? And so, or a weird words of the day, I've given you a newer way of saying newbie, which is noob, and the newer spelling of it, Noob. Then Octothorpe gives you a much, much older way of saying hashtag. Um, and starts making you wonder what's with the number 8 and the hashtag. That's it's all the spaces around the outside, pretty much. And so thank you for watching my 2 more weird words today, and I really appreciate everybody who watches this video and all my others until the very end. And so please do consider giving this one a thumbs up, because I always appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. I will really appreciate that more than you can know. And my next video is going to be something other than weird words of the day. I will be back to talking about some expressions and their interesting origins from a long time ago, even though we still use them a lot today. So anyway, stay tuned for that, and I will catch you around next time. Bye bye.